Greetings, Patriots. We, in Lesson 12, will represent an expression with algebra tiles, just like we've been doing this week. So make sure you set your guided notes up in your spot. Okay, so we will get to use Braining Camp in class, just like we've been using our algebra tiles. So let's go ahead and just look at solving these two problems. Last Friday, Araceli had $5. Over the weekend, she received some money for washing the dishes. So she now has $11. Well, if I know she at least started with $5, right? And she earned some more money. So she started with $5 and over the weekend she did some dishes. She made some money, kind of like an allowance. And altogether, she now has $11. This is what my numerical equation would look like. Or I could say x plus 5 equals 11. All right, we want to know how much money did she actually receive for doing the dishes. So remember how we've been representing our equations. So since I can't move the x, I know that we need to figure out what amount she actually earned. So plus 5, I know that I'm going to use my yellow tiles for that. All right, I have x plus 5 equals $11. So I know that's also going to be represented by my yellow 1 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I know all of y'all can do this by trial and error, and you understand that I can just simply subtract 11, take away 5. However, if I think about what we've been learning about zero pairs, let's say I wasn't quite sure, okay? So if I'm adding 5, I need to subtract 5 or bring in and make 0 pairs so that I end up with x by itself. I want to solve the amount of money she received. So if I bring in 5 0 pairs or 5 negative, right? What I do to one side, I have to do directly to the other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And what happens when I have a positive 1 and a negative 1? I form a 0 pair. So in order for me to get x by itself, I need to make sure that I bring in a negative 5, or I subtract 5 on both sides. This will then leave me with the following. X is going to equal some value. Well, wait a minute. I also see 0 pairs right here. So for every negative, one negative, a positive goes away. So that's 1 0 pair, 2 0 pair, 3 0 pair, 4 0 pair, and 5 0 pair. And that lets me know that I end up with x is equal to a positive 6. And you can see that right there. So that means that for washing the dishes, how much money did she receive? She received $6. Right? And can I always go back and check my solution? We've talked about this in class as well. So if I take 6 plus 5, does that equal 11? Yes, it does. And remember, in an equation, whatever's on the left side must equate or equal to whatever's on the right side. And 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. So now we're going to take an opportunity and just graph this on a number line. So remember to always place 0. And where does 11 fall? It falls to the right of 0, right? So I'm just going to skip count by 5s, 10, and 15. And I know 11 would be closer to 10. So therefore, the solution for this equation, oops, Miss King made a boo-boo. I'm sorry. I should not have put that. What I should be graphing is 6. Oops. So therefore, x is equal to 6. I know that's going to be right after 5. And there's my 6. So make sure you put a closed circle because that's what x equals. And that's what it would look like on a number line. Okay, Let's go ahead and go to our second problem. Well, here I know that Julissa, she lost $3. Well, if I lose $3, that's minus 3, right? And now she only has $7. So they're telling me what the amount she has left. How much money did she start with? Okay, so I need to figure out what Julissa started with before she lost $3. So x minus 3 equals 7 is the equation. So once again, using my color tiles, let's go ahead and represent x. Now I have minus 3, so that's a negative 3. So I'm going to have to get my negative ones. Negative 3 equals to a positive 7 because that's how much money she has left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so in order for me to figure out how much money she started with, well, I'm going to have to do the inverse of minus 3 and make my 0 pairs by adding 3 to both sides. 1, 2, 3. And if I add 3 to one side, I must add 3 to the other side to make sure I keep my equation balanced. What does a negative 1 and a positive 1 form? A 0 pair. So therefore, in order to solve for the amount she started with, I can see that x is going to equal, well, I have no 0 pairs here, so I'm simply adding the 7 plus the 3, and that will equal to 10. And you can count all of your algebra tiles, okay? So, again, I added 3 on both sides of the equation in order to figure out the amount of money she started with, and x is equal to 10. So to graph that solution, again, with 0, skip counting by 5s, I can see that x is equal to 10, and that's what my solution would look like. Okay, so we will continue in class working the we do problems. Please make sure you attend our Zoom session so that you have an opportunity to manipulate the algebra tiles in class. And if you want to attempt these on your own and check with us in class, make sure you attend our Zoom session. We really want to see you, Patriots. You will have a few you do problems to see how you do as well as we enter our unit on solving equations and inequalities. All right, so try your best and see us in class tomorrow. Bye-bye.